I'm just literally on the verge of like a mental breakdown.
I think you have to just try to move on.
It's just like, I can't believe that this is what my life is at right now.
Shocking news is rocking the Kardashian world. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's marriage has come to an end. The reasons behind their split are filled with drama, much more intense than anyone could have imagined. After just 2 years, together, the once iconic punk rock power couple has officially separated. Despite their best efforts to make it work, their relationship couldn't survive the challenges they faced. Sources reveal that Kourtney is heartbroken, confiding in close friends that she gave everything she had to save their marriage. Their romance was nothing short of a whirlwind from the very beginning, capturing public attention almost instantly. It felt like a love story taken straight out of a fairy tale. Travis's unforgettable beach proposal in Montecito, California in October 2021 came less than a year after they began dating. Although Kourtney's kids weren't thrilled at first, the two families eventually blended seamlessly, creating the illusion of a picture-perfect union. Their journey was full of milestone moments that seemed to strengthen their love, until now. Their love story had the feel of a Hollywood dream: lavish weddings, headline-making PDA, and even a big baby announcement that had everyone talking. Fans were rooting for Kourtney and Travis when they revealed that she was pregnant, and by November 2023, they welcomed their son, Rocky 13 Barker, into the world. From the outside, Kourtney seemed to be living her best life.
I just felt maybe not at my best. I remember just going with him and all the kids, whether we go to church or to an art museum or we went to the Happiness Museum one time.
Glowing with confidence and happiness, Kourtney seemed to have it all. But let's be honest, what we see isn't always what's happening behind the scenes. Word on the street is that cracks had already started to appear, and Travis's questionable history with loyalty wasn't exactly helping matters. Here's where things get messy. Kourtney entered this relationship fully aware of Travis's past. He didn't exactly have a spotless record. Travis himself openly admitted to some serious mistakes, including cheating on his ex-wife, Shauna Moakler, with 13 different women at the same time. Yes, 13. And that's not even the worst of it. His infidelity started back in his first marriage to Melissa Kennedy and has followed him ever since. But there's more to the story. Just weeks before Travis and Kourtney went public, he made it clear that he wasn't fully sold on the idea of being tied down. He said he loved his freedom and wasn't interested in forever commitments. And if you thought that was dramatic enough, hold on tight. Travis's ex-wife, Shanna, dropped a bombshell claim. She said she caught Travis hooking up with none other than Kim Kardashian while they were still married. Can you imagine? Kourtney's own sister. That kind of betrayal has people losing their minds. This whole situation is a messy web of chaos. Those old rumors about Kim and Travis resurfaced with even more intensity, especially after Kourtney gave birth to their child. The whispers just wouldn't stop, and it was clear that the drama wasn't going anywhere.
You know, there's moments when I think it makes sense, but I try to almost give myself.
After years of avoiding the gossip and denying everything, Kim finally dropped the bombshell. She admitted it. Yep, she came clean about what really happened between her and Travis while he was still married to Shauna. And let me tell you, the way this truth came out was explosive. According to my sources, it all unraveled during a heated family confrontation where Kim confessed to the affair. She insisted, though, that it wasn't about love, claiming it was just a one-time thing. But the drama didn't end there. Things got so heated that Kourtney actually tried to physically go after Kim.
And now, after doing it, I see how crazy it is and I see why people freak. But it wasn't ever really like super official. And so Lorne Michaels came in town and had lunch with me and my mom and officially asked me to do it.
I really see you come to life, like find your voice and you find your footing like after a few years, and,
Yeah.
and even the sound of your voice changes.
I
And
know, that's the biggest mystery to me and my sisters. We are blown away.
Apparently, Kim told Kourtney all about how she and Travis first got close while watching a movie in bed, and how that led to their hookup. Sources say Kim seemed to enjoy dropping these bombshells, almost like she was trying to push Kourtney to her breaking point. She kept insisting it was a one-time thing, and that she quickly realized there was no real romance between her and Travis. But by then, the damage was done. This wasn't just a confession, it was an emotional ambush. What makes the situation even harder to untangle is that, despite Kim's claims it was a mistake, insiders say Travis kept chasing after her for a while after their hookup. When this came to light, it hit Kourtney hard. She needed serious time to process everything. Kris Jenner shared that Kourtney isolated herself for days, trying to figure out how to handle such a massive betrayal before making any big decisions about her marriage. Once she felt ready, she confronted Travis, hoping they could fix things. But their talk quickly escalated into another huge fight. Frustrated and emotional, Kourtney suggested that maybe they should just call it quits since they couldn't stop clashing. What really cut her deeply wasn't the suggestion itself, but how quickly Travis agreed without hesitation. He said they should go ahead and divorce. This quick agreement, especially when Kourtney hadn't even meant it seriously, left her utterly crushed. To make matters worse, Travis later tried to backtrack. Sources close to the situation say he apologized, claiming he didn't mean it, and was just worn down by the constant arguments, especially with Kim's name always in the mix. But by the time he tried to fix it, the damage was already done. Travis was out the door, and their relationship was left in ruins. This wasn't just a bad moment, it was the breaking point. The trust between Kourtney and Travis, which had been wearing thin for a while, finally shattered. Let's be real, this wasn't just petty family drama between Kim and Kourtney. The tension became a toxic undercurrent in Kourtney's marriage, weighing her down more than anyone realized. What made it even messier was how the rest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan seemed to have Kim's back no matter what. Sources suggest that this dynamic has been brewing for years. Kourtney is the only one who consistently challenges Kris Jenner's control over the family, causing serious strain between mother and daughter. Here's the real tea. Sources claim Kris knew about Kim and Travis's fling from the start but chose to stay quiet, supposedly to spare Kourtney's feelings. The irony is that this silence only made everything worse. Kourtney later admitted, "I don't trust my own family, my own blood, not one bit." Can you imagine how bad things must have been for her to say that? Even though Travis denied the affair, with Kim over and over, Kourtney couldn't shake her doubts. His messy past and the resurfacing rumors only fueled her concerns. Family gatherings became a complete nightmare for her. She'd be on edge the whole time, especially if Kim and Travis were in the same room. And when those two ended up alone, Kourtney's anxiety hit the roof, terrified that their so-called one-time thing might turn into something more. Things only got worse when Travis hit the road with his band again. Kourtney admitted that during his tours, he'd often become completely unreachable. Even his bandmates were claiming they had no idea where he was half the time. You can only imagine the anxiety this created for Kourtney while she was stuck at home, waiting and wondering. Then, another twist came. Apparently, Travis's guitar wasn't just for music. It became a symbol of the growing tension in their marriage. Insiders say Kourtney tried everything to keep Travis close, but the more she pulled, the more distant he seemed to get. They did manage to have one deep, heartfelt conversation that seemed to fix things temporarily. They both agreed to give each other some space to reconnect, and for a few months, it actually seemed like they were getting better. Kourtney even made peace with Travis's messy past, especially involving Kim, deciding to let it go and move forward. For a brief moment, it seemed like they were finally turning a corner. But just as things began to improve, new drama hit the Kardashian-Barker household. Travis had another tour lined up, set to begin on June 20th, meaning even more time away from home. The cracks in their marriage started to show again when Kourtney suggested they take a romantic weekend trip before he left. Travis's lukewarm response raised all kinds of red flags. She couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. While Travis was in the shower, Kourtney made a bold decision. She checked his phone. What she found turned her world upside down. There were messages from a woman she didn't recognize. When Kourtney confronted Travis about it, he brushed it off, claiming they were strictly work-related. But Kourtney wasn't convinced by his vague excuses, so she decided to dig deeper. She tracked down the mystery woman and reached out to her directly. That's when her worst fears were confirmed. The messages weren't about work at all. Armed with this new evidence, Kourtney confronted Travis again, expecting some sort of explanation or apology. Instead, he surprised her by announcing that he genuinely wanted a divorce. Since that explosive moment, the couple has had little to no communication. Now, Kourtney's anger has shifted toward her sister Kim. She firmly believes that Kim's involvement in her relationship has been a major factor in its downfall. The accusations Kourtney is making are heavy. She claims that Kim's past romantic history with Travis has been a constant source of tension in their marriage. She's also brought up allegations that Travis once cheated on Paris Hilton with Kim, leaving her terrified that history could repeat itself. These bombshell accusations have caused waves throughout the entire Kardashian-Jenner family, shaking their already fragile dynamics. What makes this even more heartbreaking is how it ties into Kourtney's struggles during her pregnancy. Despite knowing how difficult her journey to conceive had been, enduring multiple rounds of IVF and even undergoing surgery to protect her health and her baby, Kim still found ways to stir up drama. Instead of supporting her sister during such a vulnerable time, Kim chose to add more stress to an already overwhelming situation. One particularly hurtful moment for Kourtney came right after she returned home from the hospital. Instead of offering support or even a hint of concern, Kim chose that moment to pick a fight. She made a cruel comment about Kourtney's parenting, saying, "Your kids have even come to me with their problems." It wasn't just a jab, it was a calculated dig meant to question Kourtney's abilities as a mother, while propping herself up as the better parent. This wasn't an isolated incident either. The tension between Kourtney and Kim had been brewing for a long time, and things only got worse over the years. I've uncovered some shocking details that reveal just how bad their relationship had gotten. A nasty moment occurred during a family conversation when Kourtney opened up to Khloe about feeling mistreated by their family. Kim didn't just interrupt. She hit her with a low blow, calling Kourtney the least appealing to look at. But Kim's behavior at Kourtney's wedding to Travis might have been the most telling of all. May 2022 should have been Kourtney's dream day, a magical moment to celebrate love. But Kim made it all about herself. She kept steering conversations toward her own wedding experiences, stealing the spotlight at every opportunity. The worst moment came during a heartfelt speech by Travis's son as he poured his heart out, calling Kourtney an incredible mother figure and thanking her for showing him real love. Kim had the nerve to cut him off, telling him to tone it down. Months later, when Kourtney tried to address this disrespect with Kim, it went nowhere. Kim brushed her off, refusing to take any accountability. This was just another example of how deep the cracks in their relationship truly ran. Kim's reaction to Kourtney's feelings was cold and dismissive. When Kourtney called her out for constantly needing to be the center of attention, Kim brushed it off, saying, "It's not that original. Everyone does it." That comment stung deeply. But things only got worse when Kim launched a new campaign that blatantly copied elements from Kourtney's wedding. It was a glaring sign of disrespect, showing no regard for her sister's special moments. The family drama didn't end there. Kris Jenner's role in all of this only added more fuel to the fire. When Kourtney was rushed to the hospital for a critical surgery, instead of being the supportive mom Kourtney needed, Kris showed up with a camera crew in tow. Her priorities seemed clear: content over compassion for Kourtney. This was the final straw. But this time, Kourtney wasn't about to let it slide. She confronted Kris head-on, catching her completely off guard with a boldness Kris clearly wasn't used to. This new, more assertive Kourtney has been shaking up the family dynamics in a big way. One of the most telling moves was when Kourtney chose not to tell Kris about her pregnancy at all, letting her mother find out through the internet, like everyone else. Sources close to the family say Kourtney has started deliberately keeping parts of her life private from Kris, fed up with her mother's relentless chase for fame and her tendency to exploit personal moments for the spotlight. For Kourtney, this shift marks a turning point. After years of feeling overshadowed and used, she's making it clear she needs space, not just for herself, but also for her new baby son. While Kourtney knows both Kim and Kris may try to meddle, she's set on protecting her peace this time around. Kourtney is done letting anyone twist her situation for publicity, and she's making it clear: this time, she's in control. The silver lining in all this chaos is that Kourtney is finally standing her ground, setting boundaries with her family and putting herself first. The toxic dynamics between her and Kim haven't improved, with Kim still unwilling or unable to show genuine support during Kourtney's tough moments. What Kourtney truly needs right now is peace, positivity, and love as she steps into this new chapter of her life. These moments with her baby should be full of joy, not clouded by family drama. This situation raises some serious questions about the future of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Kim seems to be following Kris's playbook, putting publicity above family bonds, while Kourtney is carving out her own path, one that values real relationships and personal well-being over the spotlight. How this will affect the family long-term is anyone's guess. But one thing is crystal clear: the Kardashian-Barker divorce saga is far from over. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more juicy updates, and stay tuned because I'll be keeping a close watch on this story as it unfolds. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this family feud? Let's talk it out, and I'll catch you on the next one.